Engineering is a wide field involving different courses. Having studied the theory, Ndejje University organizes research which involves acquiring practical skills in the different fields such as automotive, electrical, mechanical engineering, among others.
We are basically giving students practical engineering skills. We started with health and safety, which, though if you know ECOP, the oil industry which is booming in Uganda, is all about safety. So instead of our students looking out for that module and paying for it, we make it as a basic at Ndejje University. Our student does not need a certificate for safety because it is embedded in our training from the workshop in year 1. The second module is value engineering, where students can learn to value things. For example, we have a building, we have a football field, a court, stadium. What is the value of that? This gives them a lot of opportunities in places like insurance, and banks, where banks need to give loans, and insurance companies that need to insure certain businesses. They'll need an engineer to give the value of that business so they know how much risk to take into that business. After those 2 modules, we've gone through splitting students into 8 groups. The first one is electricity and house wiring, where we are training students how to do basic house wiring, after which we shall take them into electrical installation and electronics. This gives all students for engineering, be it civil, mechanical, electrical, the power to understand electrical works, such that our civil engineering student given a building can know the costing of the wiring.
The students are in high spirits, expecting to acquire skills from the research.
Us loved the course, but we did not know what actually goes on inside. Like, some of us felt like when you do civil engineering, it's all about the building and, the construction. But then when we got into this process, it has taught us that when you do engineering, it's all around. It's something that involves electrical, you do plumbing, you do everything in a small portion, so you can have general knowledge of what goes on a site. So as you're seeing today, we are engaging with electrical engineering. So as of this group, this is our first session, and we are going to go with electrical engineering. So I was expecting to learn a lot. I personally didn't know how to fix a bulb, but I'm now good to go. So I'm getting the results.
Personally, I do electrical engineering, but we are learning different aspects of the other fields. For example, we are going to do plumbing after this. We shall do setting out. We shall do the GIS, which is the computer part of it, and at the end of the day, I'll be able to do everything.
Practical bit of studying is very good. So that we have been in class for the past 4 months, we have not been doing practicals, but I thank the university that they have really been able to organize for us the practical session. And basically, I hope to acquire different skills in different modules. Now, for example, in plumbing, I've been able to learn how to join pipes. In the toilets, I've been able to dismantle the toilets, putting them back, and basically acquiring general skills.
I've come to understand how to use GIS software to come up with different maps, as we well know that it is basically a mapping tool. It is basically used for coming up with maps.
A former engineering student at Ndejje University shares the experience about electrical engineering.
Electrical department, as a department, I've been engaging in a domestic wiring, basically acquiring knowledge from Ndejje, where even when I was studying from Ndejje University, I was working hand in hand with an electrician from Ndejje, which empowered me with a technical know-how, how I can get away with wiring of these domestic houses, knowing the material, which materials basically we need, if at all I need to wire a one-house building, a two-house building, what is the exact quantity of materials, such as the cables, the type of switches, the type of sockets that I may use, all the materials that are required for the domestic installation.
The instructor Moses Mubandi says that the students have shown interest in the different models, which has made the work easier.
It's interesting because maybe it is their first module, because they are too much interested, and I don't know whether it is the model of instruction or it is because it is their first module, but at least I found they are interesting class, except that the number is big, but we can handle it.
The Faculty Dean of Engineering has emphasized the need to explore the practical skills to the students.
Looking at coming out with a fully developed individual at the end of the training. What does this mean? This means that as a civil engineer, when I pick part of electrical, I can understand electrical works, and the costing in terms of materials and labor can become something easy for me when I'm running a site. It's similar to a civil engineer running into automotive. We are having engineers working at civil engineers being employed at Kira EV, so the construction will soon be done. Meaning, with knowledge of the automotive industry, again, the transport industry actually, some of the best people to use are civil engineers. So this gives them the foundation of transport engineering.
The private institute ensures quality so that the students get value for the fees they pay.
Our role is to ensure that students get value for the fees they pay. And right now, the activity ongoing is recess. And since during the semester, students do more of theory and have less time for practical, they have this time to do more practicals and to engage in different engineering skills.
Each academic year consists of 2 semesters, each 17 weeks, 15 for teaching, and the last 2 weeks for end of semester examinations. During the holiday break, a 10 weeks recess term is given for the students to acquire hands-on knowledge in the different fields. Anselm Ojaru, live at 8.